Oh, there is no spoon? That makes a lot more sense. Jeff Stone here with day 45 of the year 2016 at magicreviewed.com. Oh my heck, it's Valentine's Day, which is the day that the world is supposed to end according to Ghostbusters. Valentine's Day. Bummer. Today, February 14th, 2016. The end of the world as we know it. But I feel fine. So, man, that'd be great if that's going to be the random iTunes song of the moment today. That'd be awesome. Anyway, happy Valentine's Day. Hopefully the world does not end today. And as far as I know, the Oracle has not prophesied thusly. So maybe we're safe. For $10, here's what you get. You get a system, not a trick. You get the ability to, at a relatively quick pace, look at the cards and know what card is missing. And so you can use that information any way you see fit. But the advantage of it, we'll talk about the system in a minute, but the advantage of the concept is that you can have a borrowed deck, shuffled deck that you don't touch. They mix it up. They pull out a card. They put the card aside. We'll talk more about the selection in a minute. And then you, at that point, can take the deck from them and either spread the cards on the table. As you saw in the performance, if you watched the trailer, Titanus did it in 3 little groups. And as he spread each group, he was doing the mental gymnastics necessary to figure out which card is missing. Or you can do it one card at a time. And I will do it right now. I have not removed a card, so I'm not going to go through the whole deck. But I will do the mental gymnastics necessary in front of you, real time. I'm a little bit nervous about doing this on camera, but I'm just going to go through so you can see the pace that we go at, okay? Okay, I'm not going to keep going through the whole deck, but I was actually doing the thing in my head that I need to do to know what card's missing. And if I went at that pace through the whole deck, I would know what card's missing. So, that's not entirely true. I would know the value of the card that is missing. I would know that it's a 6 or whatever. This assumes that you're using a full deck. That's the only requirement, that it's a full deck. And that they're not doing a face card. We'll talk more about that in detail in a minute. But assuming that they've removed not a face card and it's a full deck, if I went through that pace and I went through the whole deck, I would know the value of the card. And once you know the value of the card, it's very easy to find the suit. And then you can reveal that any way you would like. The way Titanus does it is once he gets that information, he has somebody else select the mate of the card. So let's say that the spectator had removed the 2 of diamonds. He would have somebody select the 2 of hearts for like a coincidence effect. The way I will do it once I've got it to where I feel I'm pretty fast already. I mean, that pace I was going through, I was actually doing the stuff you need to do in your head. So that to me is a pretty decent pace. But what I'll be doing when I actually perform it for real people is claiming that I'm basically doing what I'm kind of doing, which is that I've got a really good memory and I can memorize a full deck of cards. And so if you take one out, I'll know which card is missing. And I'll deal through the cards, and I will just say I need it to be quiet for just a moment, and then just go through and deal through the cards and do the math, and then know, I said it, math, and then I'll know what the card is, and that's how I plan on doing it. I like that because I'm essentially telling them the truth. That's pretty much what I'm doing. But B, even if I'm not, it's the kind of thing that is more believable than a magic trick, which I like magic tricks too, and I like mind reading, and I like flashy stuff. I like it all. But it's always fun to do one where people are like, man, that's a real skill. Like, that dude's mentally got a great skill there. It's like doing a magic square or something like that. Anyway, so what Titanus has done is taken a concept that is old as the hills. I mean, it's just old, been around forever. A way to do some little math in your head to be able to figure out the position or which card is missing. And he has, as they say, I think they say shortcutted or short-circuited it. I think that's a good way to describe it, because he's made it so easy. I mean, it's super easy to do. In fact, I actually watched his lecture, his Murphy's at the Table lecture, where he teaches this concept, and he actually brought like a 12-year-old kid from the audience, maybe even younger, he was a pretty young kid, from the audience, and taught him right there on the spot how to do it, and he was doing it right there on the spot with just a few minutes of coaching from Titanus. So, and he was doing it probably not as fast as I just did it right now, but I mean, I've only spent, a half an hour to an hour with this. So, Titanus kept saying, give it a week, give it a week, give it a week, and you'll be as fast as I am. And so, and he can't do it as well in English as he can in Greek. And so when he does it at that speed, he's doing it in Greek. But when he was teaching it, he was doing it in English, and he was having to think for a minute what the numbers were as he was teaching it, and he still did it at a good pace. It's really not hard, I promise. I mean, it's basic, simple, basic math. The sacrifice is you can't have a face card selected. And so you have to basically, and they left this out of the ad trailer. I don't think they're being deceptive. But in the full performance, that one that you saw in the ad trailer, they actually have that complete performance on the DVD. And he does tell her, he asks her, do you have a favorite card? And he says, I'm going to be looking at all the cards, and if your favorite card is a face card, I'm going to have you remove the card, and if your favorite card is a face card, it'll be pretty easy to spot because there's only 12 face cards, and I'll notice the one's missing. So it's better if you pick a non-face card. That's what he says, and and I think that's reasonable. I'm not opposed to that. It's just when you're doing the memory demonstration, it could lead them to say, well, you eliminated 12 of the cards already right off the bat, And so I don't know. I haven't tested in real world, and so I don't know if that'll be a problem. It probably won't. But it is a little bit of a bummer that it's not truly any freely thought of card. The ad copy says any freely thought of card. I say that's close enough. It's 40 choice of 1 out of 40 cards. It can be a free selection as long as it's not a face card. So that's it. But the method is easy to learn. It's simple, easy to master, as they say in the ad copy, and just a little bit of practice, and you can pull it off. And I like it. I like the concept, and I've been practicing it a little bit. And so, if you like anything at all about the idea of being able to either spread through the cards or deal them out like that and know what card's missing, for me personally, the best use of that is a memory or pseudo memory demonstration. So if you like that kind of stuff, you'll love this. It's not hard to do at all. And for $10. I mean, finally, a one-trick DVD that's priced right? It's $10 for 20 minutes of training, and you learn a system that is now with you anywhere, and it's truly a borrowed and shuffled deck. As long as the deck has all 52 cards in it, you're good to go. And frankly, if it's missing some face cards, you can still do it, because you basically just ignore the face cards for the whole thing. So it's pretty simple to learn. So I don't know what else to tell you. 4.5 stars. Stone status of gem. That's it. So, time to like the video. Subscribe to the channel by clicking that thing if it's there. Sometimes it is, sometimes it ain't. And listen to the random iTunes song of the moment, which happens to be... Okay, 2 in a row, Taylor Swift's Forever and Always. It's a great song. I like Taylor Swift. And I know I say this a lot, but for the newbies to the channel, if you were to look at my playlist, I have more songs from Metallica than anybody. And then I have number 3 on my playlist is Iron Maiden. I have more songs from Iron Maiden than everybody except for Metallica. And the number 2 slot, which is Taylor Swift. I have more songs from Taylor Swift than anybody, than any band except for Metallica. So I'm just a mixed bag. I like everything. Sorry. Anywho, tune in tomorrow, day 46, where we look at Box Pad by Chris Congreve and Gary Jones. Until then, thanks for watching, folks. Peace out.